now tuned in to Megalodon Media News. Megalodon Media. Megalodon News Media. We give you all the news, cover all the news nobody else is talking about. All right, nobody else is talking about this stuff, y'all. Yeah, and today our report comes from the United States. I mean, wherever city you're in, wherever state, wherever town you're in, that's where this story comes from. Okay, and it's about smoking cigarettes. All right, now to all y'all cigarette smokers out there, no offense. This is no offense. I'm just covering the news. We just presenting the facts. Okay, so it's nothing against y'all. Maybe it'll help you out. Maybe you'll find something in this news broadcast you didn't know. But this comes from the CDC. All right, the CDC recommends destroying every cigarette that you see. All right, that's what they said. You see a cigarette, destroy it, break it, step on it. But cigarette smoking is least cool as it's ever been. The CDC report. All right. Um, I, well, I don't even know when it's really been cool. It probably was cool back in the day. But rates of cigarette use among over 18 Americans, or 18 over 18 people who are over 18. You gotta be 18 to smoke in America, right? So it dropped to a new low last year, as just about 1 in 9 adults now identify as smokers. Only 1 in 9 identify as smokers. That's pretty good. I mean, it's dropping, and I think the reason why cigarette smoking is dropping because they legalizing marijuana, and hey, nothing's cooler than marijuana. I mean, when you talking about smoking, but anyway, it says this is from the CDC, of course. Uh, compared to more than 1 in 8 in 2018 and more than 1 in 7 in 2019. The popularity of smoking has been generally on the decline for decades since its peak in the 1960s. So cigarette smoking peaked out in the 1960s, right? Around that time, um, before that, I'm gonna tell y'all something y'all probably didn't know. A lot of y'all know this, but cigarettes were for women, cigars were for men, right? And so cigarettes, it's pretty much the word cigarette is a feminine form of cigar. So you guys out there smoking cigarettes, you're not doing the masculine thing, okay? I'm just saying, you know. Uh, it says right here, but the new rate signifies a historic drop in cigarette use. An estimated 11.1% of the people in the United States now smoke, according to the most recent CDC stats. 60 years ago, more than 40% did. All right, that's a good drop. As preliminary rates, the exact numbers are liable to change, of course, but the trend remains clear. Cigarettes have lost their cool. Hey, all y'all people, y'all still smoking cigarettes. It's not cool no more, y'all. See, here's the thing about cigarettes. Most people smoke cigarettes, don't even like cigarettes. You're just addicted to them, okay? You like how it makes you feel when that nicotine hits the bloodstream. And I'm getting to that nicotine in a minute. But most people who smoke cigarettes, I'm gonna say all, because you can't find one cigarette smoker that don't want to quit, right? You can't ask any person that smokes cigarettes, do they want to quit? And the answer gonna be yeah, you know. And you can, and I'm gonna get into some tips later about that. But let's get back to this right here. The new numbers come as part of the CDC's National Health Interview Survey, which covers everything from dental visits to medication use to work sick days. So they survey everything, y'all. CDC not playing. Yeah, they want to know everything you do when you do it. The agency collected a questionnaire responses from 2,654 adults. I mean 27,000, excuse me. Responses from 27,654 adults. All right, across the demographic groups in 2022, and at least after an initial assessment, the smoking portion of the survey has yield mostly good news for Americans' health. So again, if you're still out there smoking, I encourage you to quit. It's a nasty habit. I used to smoke. I'm 2 years clean from smoking cigarettes myself. Right, and you can do it. I mean, it's really mind over matter, really. Once you go about a week or two without it, it gets easier. The first 2 or 3 days, maybe a week, you're gonna be having them cravings. You gotta find something in place, and I'm gonna get to that. But you just gotta find out how to beat those cravings. You know what I'm saying? Um, those smoking rates appear to have fallen off. Vape use is climbing. Dang. 6% of surveyed U.S. adults reported using electronic cigarettes in 2022. That's more than 1 in 17 people, up from around 1 in 23 in 2019. Among youth, vaping is even more popular. About 14% of high schoolers and more than 3% of middle schoolers reported using e-cigs in 2022, despite the passage of a 2019 federal law that raised the age to purchase tobacco products from 18 to 21. For real? You can't buy cigarettes till you're 21 now? Hey, I didn't know that. But but that's who they selling these vape things to. They selling the vape to the young kids. These kids ain't even old enough to be smoking and they vaping, right? And only thing you're doing is get nicotine in your blood. Anything that has the "ene" in it, nicotine, caffeine, all the "enes" is a drug and it's addictive. All right. If it ends in "ene," all right, morphine and all that, it's most likely going to be addictive. All right. Um, Smoking has been a leading cause of preventable death in the United States. It is responsible for estimated 1/5 of all U.S. deaths. All right, I repeat, smoking is responsible for estimated 1/5 of all U.S. deaths. And that's the CDC telling you that. They count everything. You know what I'm saying? Uh, in the mid 2010s, nearly 500,000 Americans were dying prematurely um, every year because of cigarette use. Studies have shown time and time again that smokers are an increased risk for heart disease, heart attack, stroke, lung cancer,
Oh my
and
God!
many other types of cancers. Smoking can also contribute to immune system problems, vision loss, gum disease, skin conditions, and the list goes on and on and on, y'all. So there's definitely not no health benefits out of smoking cigarettes, okay? None. The only benefit that you probably get out of smoking cigarettes is the relaxation, the high that you get from smoking them. If you want to get high, smoke marijuana, y'all. Yeah. I don't see nobody dying from that, you know. I don't see nobody dying for smoking some weed, but some cigarettes, it's no joke, man. They're no joke. Smoking is bad for you, of course, you know, uh, it goes on to say, uh, smoking is bad for you, yada yada. But the prevalence of e-cigarettes remain a concern because the e-cigarettes are being pushed to the youth. Okay, and what they gonna do if they don't have an e-cigarette? They can't get one. can't afford one. Hey, give me a cigarette. All right, there you go. Bang, got him. You know what I'm saying? So, e-cigarettes are not safe for youth, young adults, and pregnant women, uh, as well as adults who not currently use tobacco products. All right. When used as a smoking cessation tool, whatever that is, vape may have their utility in place, though not all studies agree on this. See, I thought when I first uh quit smoking, I tried to vape, right? I was like, I'm a vape. But that don't help you get off cigarettes, y'all. The vaping does not help. All right. In order to quit smoking cigarettes, you just gotta quit smoking cigarettes. All right. Find something else to put in place, like gum, um, anything. Shoot, read a book. I know a cigarette smoker don't want to hear that when they want a cigarette, but hey, try something else to keep your mind occupied. So when that itch go away, it's gonna go away. That urge is gonna go away. I promise you. If you just fight it out, tough it out. Um, but whether or not e-cigs are helpful for those trying to leave cigarettes behind, clear science is beginning to emerge, demonstrating the ill effects that inhaling vape juice can have on health. E-cigs also damage lungs, and at least two long-term studies have showed that vaping hurts cardiac function and can contribute to increased risk of heart disease, y'all. And as with smoking, vaping can harm those around you through secondhand exposure. And so now this vaping is a whole nother. See, I don't know if y'all ever heard of free base tobacco, right? But free base tobacco, it makes the tobacco stronger. You know, it makes it more addictive. You know what I'm saying? Just think about free basing cocaine and you know what I'm saying, crack and all that. You almost nowadays when you smoke cigarettes, you borderline smoking crack. I ain't playing. And not only that, it's like $9 a pack. I'm down south. I'm pretty sure it's more up north, but it's $9 a pack down here. It's probably $15, $17. So if you smoke a pack a day, you well off almost close to $100 a day. I mean a week. Excuse me. And yeah, that ain't crack. I don't know what is. But free base nicotine. I know y'all probably never heard of it, so I'm gonna put y'all on to it right now. Um, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, we back. All right, what is free base nicotine? A lot of y'all don't know about this, but I'm gonna put y'all on. Okay. Um, before we talk about free base nicotine, I want to let you know that this is nothing new. Free base nicotine has been out since I think Newport and Cruz were the first ones to use it, and that's really the reason why they came out with the menthol flavor to shield the because free base nicotine is kind of harsh, you know. So when they smooth it out, right? They use menthol to do that. Okay, so and it makes it more addictive. And let's get into it. I'm gonna put you on. Uh, Free base nicotine is the purest form of nicotine, and it is the most commonly used form of nicotine in e-liquids. Free base nicotine is created by adding ammonia to pure nicotine. Again, again. Free base nicotine is created by adding ammonia to pure nicotine. Ammonia, y'all. This is what you're smoking when you vape. All right. This must be done because nicotine by itself would not be very potent in the body at all. Nicotine is made up of negatively charged particles, which essentially means that when it enters the body, the particles cannot move across organic membranes very well, right? So we must freebase the nicotine, aka free cell. You know what I'm saying? Look up free cell and freebase the nicotine in order to make it more effective in the body and increases the bioavailability. Bioavailability refers to the amount at which the substance is absorbed by the body. All right, meaning that it goes through your membranes very well. Your body soaks it up faster. You know, if that ain't crack, I don't know what is, y'all. I'm dead serious, y'all. That's the same thing with crack. They took cocaine and made it more bioavailability into crack, right? All right, uh, the mass majority of the e-liquids on the market contain free base nicotine. Newports contain free base nicotine. Cools, you know, all those menthol cigarettes contain. I think Newport was the first, if I ain't mistaken, was the first one to do this. You know, I think they even had a patent for it at one time, if I ain't mistaken. But an alternative form of nicotine used in e-liquids is nic salts. These are found naturally in the tobacco leaf, meaning you will have already experienced them if you have smoked a traditional cigarette.
Oh
Meaning
my
if
God.
you smoke Newports, you already freebasing, yo. You been doing it. And a lot of people, let me tell you something. A lot of black people smoke Newports, right? And I'm just gonna say it like this: the only reason why black people smoke Newports is because other black people smoke Newports.
My nigga.
You know, I hate to say it, but a lot of y'all don't even like Newports. You know, when I was smoking, I didn't even smoke Newports. I smoked Marlboros now, and it tastes better at the time. No cigarette tastes good to me now, but I'm saying back then it tastes better. Newports used to taste like God
What?
knows what, man. I'm talking about. I can't. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it, but yeah. So hopefully, hey, y'all cigarette smokers out there, go ahead and quit. If you haven't, if I know if you thought about, it, I know you thought about it, but let's do it. Let's go ahead and get rid of these things. Every cigarette you see, please destroy it, man. It's not nothing good. It's doing more harm to your body than you think it is. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that after I quit, I started feeling a difference in my body after I quit. I wasn't a real heavy cigarette smoker. I probably smoked a pack every 2 days or so. But back when was smoking, I think I paid $6 a pack or something like that. And when you quit, you save money too, yo. I'm telling you, it works. And I do other things to when I try to quit, I burn Palo Santo sticks, chew gum. I even used to eat snacks, But let's just make sure we quit, y'all. Let's get the quit on. Remember, be a quitter, not a loser. And this is Megalodon Media News, where you get all the news nobody else is talking about. Nobody cares to give you. All right. So y'all be safe out there. Till next time.
You are now tuned in to Megalodon Media News.
Megalodon Media.